Welcome to the Ace game, the final game of round 2 before we jump into the semifinals. This game is going to be playing as Beta in the bottom left of Grasslands, Krux, and his opponent will be Combustion Potato, who just pulled off a pretty surprising victory against Krux on Coastlands. He looked like he was dead for sure, getting hunted down by predators and commandos at the very beginning, losing a small protean before it could morph at the most crucial of moments, but somehow managed to pick off Crux's predators one by one and come back into the game and overwhelm him with tier 1 units. The map this time is Grasslands, where Goo supposedly has a much less distinct advantage over Beta. Let's see if it's true. We've already got scouts clashing here in the center. Commando engaging the Drover. Oh, and the Drover wins! Commando couldn't quite get to the side in time, which means that Krux is not going to be able to apply early harassment to that Mother Goo. We are not going to see a tank attachment here in the base yet. Probably going to stick just with commandos for a while. And the Drover is making its way towards Crux's base, where it will be able to scout his build. Second commando has hit the field, and the Drover's still pretty hurt, so it will be screened away. Doesn't actually get vision of the base, but he does know that there's at least one factory in here. Does not have any knowledge of attachments, however, and it looks like we could see another aggressive opening from Combustion Potato, who's moving his mother very close to the Goo bait, or the Beta base. But actually, it looks like he's just going to hover here for a while and collect reserves from that double spigot. Third commando comes out, chases the Drover away once again. Still, the only knowledge that he has is that there is a factory there. Krux waiting quite a while before getting his second refinery. Combustion Potato, on the other hand, going straight for a second mother. A little bit dangerous, considering that his opponent is massing commandos here. A little bit dangerous, but he is getting the sense that Krux is playing very defensively. But now that 4 commandos are out, Krux is going to try and break out of his base. Drover's a little slow to react. 3 HP. But the commandos are now on the hunt, and they will be able to hunt. They will be able to apply pretty dangerous harassment. Small proteans will be available soon. 4 commandos should be enough to beat 1 small protean if well split. 2 small proteans, on the other hand, will be too much for them to handle. There's already one on the way. This one will be produced pretty much as soon as those commandos arrive. The timing, Krux is definitely too late. He's pretty much lost his engagement. As soon as he sees the second small protean, he will know that and will be forced to simply split as well as he can, and then deal with other things. He does have a second refinery going up here, as well as a tank attachment, so he waited for the second refinery before grabbing that tank attachment. Here comes the engagement. Krux tries to split. 1 commando down. 2 small proteans absorbing him quite easily. Does morph in time. And pretty textbook play there by Combustion Potato to shut down the harassment. And it's really only a minor delay onto his economy. He is probably going to be getting himself 2 more mothers as soon as he has the reserves for it. Krux building up another force here in his base. He does need to be careful. He knows that there's 4 Drovers and a small protean running around, so he now has to protect his harvester line while he waits for more forces to mass. He has his tank attachment completed and is building predators out of this factory. He's got another small hub going up there. 2 small hubs, and he's probably going to get some factories up to increase his production, start trying to apply pressure once again. Combustion Potato still hasn't purchased any more mothers, but probably going to very soon, unless he's holding out for destructors this early in the game. Could be a little risky. Nope, there's the mother. This one will probably follow suit. Krux is going to try and force those Drovers away. Oh, the small protean actually morphs Striders, engaging from the shrubs. They get the Predator down pretty low, but eventually it looks like Krux will be able to completely clear them out. I think that's probably what happened. Yes, okay. All the forces in the brush are completely cleared out, but Combustion Potato was able to delay long enough to get himself to 4 mothers completely unharassed, and Krux is going to need to crank the pressure up big time if he wants to prevent Combustion Potato from spiraling out of control here. Scouting Drover falls very low, but it will get away. Just kidding. It's dead. And he just morphed Radiance. I guess he feels that he's gonna need brush vision, or he just wants... I don't know. To scout? One of those Radiants just died. The other ones move around somewhere else. Combustion Potato is now being forced to expand to the slightly less safe locations. This location is already a little unsafe, but over here is really scary. There's like nowhere for a goo on that spigot to hide. Pretty decent amount of tier 1 units here. I don't think this harassment force is going to cut it, even if he splits nicely, as long as the Protean... Oh, there it is! Protean gets taken out before it can morph, and he just morphs Striders. I think that Krux is going to win this. The fact that he morphed in combat really cost him there. That really cost him. If he had morphed out of combat, he probably could have overwhelmed his opponent. Now these mothers are going to be forced to run away. And more harassment forces are on their way to check this resource spigot over here, and there's currently no mother over there, however. Krux needs to micro this much more carefully than he did last game. But even... Oh no, another one! Combustion Potato, why are you waiting so long to morph? You must morph earlier. There it is. If he would just morph before even engaging, just to be safe, he would easily win these engagements. Wouldn't even be a contest. But he's giving Krux so many free pickups. We're on 4 refineries now in Krux's base, and Combustion Potato's economy continues to grow, largely unharried, which is bad. But actually, Krux is going to be on 5 soon. But he really needs to ramp up his production. I feel that in the first game he overinvested in military. This game I'm almost afraid he's overinvesting in economy. Again, it's a very delicate balancing act. And it's, as a caster even when I have full vision of everything that's happening, it's hard for me to know exactly when to expand, when to make more production, when to make units. I guess we're going to find out if Krux's decisions here are going to pay off or not. Combustion Potato going to take control of the brush here. I don't think that Stratus got a beacon off in time, so he does not have vision of the brush, but we do have a wall Predator on it, which is going to prevent anything from really leaving this brush in an aggressive fashion. We do have harvesters making their way back to the refinery now. Once that one makes its way back to the refinery, he will start getting a return on that refinery investment. And he does have control over the center here, so he's not really that well contained. Ooh, look at this harassment attempt over here. I totally forgot about the force he had on the right side, scouting. I don't think he took anything out there, but he definitely got a lot of economic damage inflicted. Meanwhile, looks like he's going to try to do something here. I don't know where the mother is. If he can just get a beacon on that mother, though, he will be able to fire on it without entering the brush. Looks like he was successful in destroying it, and his harassment force up here has been completely wiped out. And mothers are continuing to expand across the map. This game is rapidly becoming too close to call. Combustion Potato has a very scary looking economy, but Krux, once he ramps up production and thanks to some really nice economic harassment, could start to overwhelm him here. Combustion Potato is going to be forced to respond to this force making its way towards the north. And it looks like he doesn't really have quite enough to take it on. It's a pretty scary army, but that Predator is extremely low. Once that goes down, at least significantly less scary. Krux does not have brush vision. Ooh, but he has a Seeker. There's a Seeker in the mix there, giving him brush vision. Predators have almost all been wiped out. Stalkers doing what they can against the Striders. More small proteins being morphed. Looks like we've got some harassment happening over here on the right side. Uh-oh! Could be a free pickup here for Krux. Yep, there it goes. This mother is in a lot of danger. What is it doing? Oh no! I'm not even sure I know what Combustion Potato is doing right now. I think he's going all in. I'm pretty sure he's going all in. Probably not the best thing to do when he's being harassed at like almost all points of the map. He's gonna lose half of these mothers just on his way to Crux's base. This one made it. Well in advance of the rest of his army. He's gonna send that one straight for these refineries, I think. One refinery, or one mother just got popped. This one is actually working on just a single refinery. It's taking heavy damage from these stalkers. This all-in is not going to succeed. I really don't think it's going to. I mean, as long as Krux responds to it gracefully and doesn't panic, keeps up the good micro. Look at this beautiful stagger stepping. 2 more mothers just got popped. That one's dead. There it is. Squash potato is done. GG, well played, and Krux will advance to the semifinals. Quick break, and we're going to jump into the first game of the semifinals right afterwards.